Yasser helps his nephews pick the family's tobacco crop in the north of the occupied West Bank. He worked in Israel for more than 2 decades, but Israeli government restrictions on freedom of movement for Palestinians forced him to quit his job 5 years ago. The Palestinian Authority says the local tobacco industry has to be regulated because farmers aren't paying taxes. But it's easy money when there are so few jobs around.
If the
Palestinian Authority finds us other work, then most people would stop growing tobacco. They should make jobs for the young generation, for the university graduates who help farm tobacco for $20 to $30 a day. They studied science and finance, and they have to do this.
Tobacco needs very little water to thrive. Palestinians have grown it in this area for generations, but not on this scale. They say Israel's control of water and land resources means they have little choice but to grow it wherever they can. The Palestinian Authority says unemployment in the occupied West Bank has almost doubled to around 19% in the last 20 years. Fields like this one used to be used to grow crops like wheat and barley, but not anymore. Before Israel started building the separation wall in 2002, many people in this area used to work in Israel. But now there are villages in this area where virtually every family is in some way involved in the tobacco business. This is one of many small tobacco processing plants in the area. Farmers sell their dried leaves to traders for just over $10 a kilo. We're afraid the PA could confiscate this tobacco, says this worker. But others say the PA usually ignores them because it knows so many people depend on the unregulated industry for their livelihood. Demand for tobacco is high. Foreign cigarettes are 5 times more expensive than those locally produced, but it's estimated the PA is missing out on tens of millions of dollars in tax revenue a year from the local tobacco industry.
If we're to calculate how much of the deficit the tobacco industry would cover, I'd say somewhere between 20 to 30% if we control the smuggled and locally produced tobacco.
Yasser says he and thousands of other people have no choice but to keep growing tobacco, a plant that kills those who use it, but one which many Palestinians depend upon to survive. Stratford, Al Jazeera, Yabad in the occupied West Bank.